How we doing out there?
Catch that Big Barry voice there.
Lovely day.
So that guy over there, see, I'm just gonna hold the camera on him and just talk about him for a minute. That is my angel, my big old bear angel there. The big bear. I believe that Miss Lily Bell would love him. He's already met the crew, the tribe, the village, the Broylds village, the majority of it that really.
I need a shave, man.
You see how this joker is? I tell him all the time he need to shave. Don't he look like an old man? He's only anyway, we'll talk about that in a minute. He's met the Broylds clan, the village, you know, some of the matriarchs and the patriarchs. He met Miss Jean Virginia, Mr. Dennis, Mr. Gary. He met cousin Aura. Uncle Clarence had passed away, and so in July we went to Alton, Illinois. He got to meet the clan, the village, the ones that have that significant weight in my life. He got to meet them, and so you know it's an interesting thing that I had already told him. And you see, I'm just holding this camera on him because you'll get his reaction. I had already told him. Now you're going to meet the crazies and see why I'm crazy. As soon as we pulled up at Uncle Clarence's house in Alton, Illinois, he said, "Who?" I said, "Baby, this is my bunch." I told him I'm gonna take you where I came from. I'm gonna take you to my hood. Took him all the way around, and then took him to Uncle Clarence's house. Took him up past Lou Park, you know, the whole 9 yards. As soon as we pulled up, Uncle Clarence's house and Thomas's house side by side. It was wall to wall, little people, and it was late at night. It was little people running around. We come past the park, and sure enough, I told him, I said, "Hold on, baby, slow down." I said, "Hey," messing with one of the little boys because they out there wilding out. "You going to your papa house?" He said, "Not right now." Because I asked him, I said, "Who your people? What's your name?" I already knew who he was. Little Mike's son. Fat. So, you know, it's interesting because when he saw everybody, I'd already told him, I said, "Baby, look from the forehead above your eyebrows to the top of your lip. You gonna know all of us when you see us. We all belong." I said, "There's a white one in the bunch. You can't get rid of that joker. You want to fight? You tell him he ain't one of us." So he got a chance to see everybody, got a chance to meet everybody. And then he met my best friend, Miss Tracy, Trey K. She told him straight to his face, "She'll bring your money home, she'll bring your car home, but she ain't gonna bring your body. So you must be special." And sure enough, every time you turn around, we laugh and joke about that very thing that my best friend told him. And then I told, you know, I made sure he understood and knew everything. Because when you meet my family, you got to know what you finna walk into, man. Because look at here, we got some quick change artists, and they will get you quick. I told him all of my uncles, all of my aunties, you know, the ins and outs, little quirks, and the, you know, my cousins. You know, it's a lot of us, and we're not always together, but certain ones of us are raised together. So I told him, if you get the matriarch and the patriarch nod, you in there. But if you don't, you got to go. If my babies don't like it, you got to go. You a temporary. So he not only got the matriarch and the patriarch nod, but he got the whole 9 yards, the conversation, the giggles, the act crazies. And man, I thought you was my brother coming down the hallway. And the one that he was thought to be said, "Man, if I would have known no better, I'd have thought that was myself." The only thing, you just shorter. So he fits right in like he's been there all along. And I told him, you know, Uncle Clarence wasn't there, and I know him and Uncle Clarence would have hit it off, because both of them are tinker guys. Both of them have a wealth of knowledge stored up in their little head, and they just itching to get it out. You just have to know which button to push. And my sister Olivia, Sarge, that was my show enough. Let's see if you gonna stick and stay. My sister and my soon-to-be husband that you are looking at sat at the dining table in our home, which is now still our home, but we say it's Sarge's house and Uncle Bill's house. They sat at the dining table, cracking up laughing,
Had a good time.
joking and playing, talking junk, and with our grandkids right there, and our daughter right there, and our number one nutcase cousin, I own her right there,
I'm telling
her
you,
children right
you
there,
so
her
good.
grandbaby right there. I mean, at home. We were at home, 2524 Clausen Street. So he had an opportunity to go home with me. Meet where I came from, see where I came from, experience where I came from, and in an instant got to love where I came from and say, hey, we can move back down here. I asked him, are you crazy? Are you absolutely nuts? And but he reminded him. We also Morning Star Baptist Church, the new facility to me. We went there. That's where Uncle Clarence's homegoing service was, and we did our Sunday morning service at Harvest Community, where my pastor is Gino A. Austin. We went there. It was Communion Sunday, and we did. We went to Brown Faith Temple, which is my other home church, because that is where I grew up, right down the block from. Nothing but warm reception everywhere we went. Everybody had a story to tell him about me. Yeah. And it made him kind of look at me in a different light than what he had, but it wasn't a different bad. It was more, wow, look what God blessed me with. Look who God blessed me with. So the reason I'm still holding this camera on my husband to be is so that you understand God didn't send me to know just anybody. God didn't just send him to just know anybody. Because as we know, and my husband quickly found out from day one that he actually had an encounter with me. What did you say? You got some training.
You got some training.
With that same look on his face. You got some training. Because somebody got blasted in my backslidden status. And as soon as he got blasted in my backslidden status, that's when my now soon-to-be hubby, you got some training. He said, I'm going to stand right here and I'm going to see what come out of that. And sure enough, that blasting in my backslidden status caused somebody else to back up and acknowledge you playing with the wrong one. Because I always let them know, this ain't what you want and it ain't what you want to toy with, because I'm in a severely backslidden mode and I ain't taking no prisoners with me on this slide. You get your own slide because I ain't taking you with me. So now that very person, excuse me, that got blasted has a different respect for me, because they know this ain't what you want to play with. This ain't what you want. You ain't strong enough to be playing that card with me. And it's not because I think I'm all that great, grand, or golden, but because I know exactly who I am, whose I am, and where I'm supposed to be. So now, at the end of this recording, for all of y'all that thought y'all knew me and all of y'all that think y'all really, really know me, we're going to tell you this. It's the Joneses. Get ready. Get ready, because that black rabbit right there got this chocolate rabbit right here covered and faded. I love my baby. He loves me. We'll see y'all at the finish line, because guess what? Hell has no fury like a Christian gone mad. I got it faded. Jokes on deck. Be on the lookout for One Woman, One Mic, One Ministry and Shulamite Productions, because yes, I will be in your neighborhood and in your town. And if you think that my writings or my plays or my productions are about you, chances are, yes, baby, it is dedicated to you without saying your name. So when I go, thank you, I was thinking about you. See you on the next round.